Hi, it's Linda Winter with another Winter Designs Winter Giveaway. This is giveaway number 3. If you're following along on Facebook, then you know the deal. If you don't know it, then I will at the very end go through all of this stuff. Now this one is Meow-y Christmas, it's kitties, and Howl-ly holidays, doggies. You get a choice of cat stuff or dog stuff, and everybody gets the template. This template has that Martelli Get a Grip. You'll notice this material here, this is a minky kind of fabric and it's on here, but man, this Get a Grip loves this stuff. So I'm going to show you how to cut with this later on. Not only are you going to get the template, but then you're also going to get the paw prints. I'll show you some pictures later on of what you can do with these by themselves, but these are perfect for this. There's a large size and there's a small size. So we're going to start with the kitty, and I'm going to go through this stuff and I'm going to move it out of the way so that you can see everything that you get in here, because I've got a lot of little goodies. So I've got cat fabric, I've got some fabric that kind of coordinates with cat paw fabric, and then these guys, these are great to make a cleaning mitt for your cat hair that's all over everything, and you know it's not a home unless it has cat hair or dog hair in it. So you get fabrics. You're going to get the minky fabric too. We'll talk about that later on. If you have a cell phone, then here's a little case, and I know a little girl that really wants to win because of this, and I think these too. This is a pair of sunglasses and a little kitty case. So if you've got a girl in your life, or even yourself, and you love kitties, this is a cell phone case. I think this fits the iPhone, and I don't remember which number, but I'll put the information on the screen or on Facebook later on. And then I've got some scrapbooking stuff. These are gift tags for those of you that like to give kitty gifts to people, and if you like making your own cards, then I've got some kitty stuff for you as well. I've got a cute little kitty zipper bag. You can put makeup, you can put kitty treats, you can put whatever in here. A couple magnets, all you need is love, and a cat. And then over here, love, meow, purr. Anybody that has cats knows that feel that you get when you get kitties that purr. You've got a cat stocking if you don't want to make your own, or you've got a kitty, or you've got a friend with a kitty and you want to give them some treats to put in here. Oh, I've got in my purse, I've got catnip and some cat treats. So they're not on the table, but you'll get catnip and cat treats if you choose to do the kitty gift. This is a door holder, or a door tool, a toy. This goes on the doorknob, and then your cats hopefully will play with this and love the jingle bells and drive you crazy. So, fabric. This fabric is a little bit thicker. It's kind of a combination between a minky and a polar fleece, but you can see how thick it is, and it's all kitties. And then this is a thinner fabric that's all kitties too. If you choose to do the stocking, you could do this as a lining and then something else on the outside, or you could do this on the outside, you could do this on the outside, you can do whatever you want with it. So there's a little bit more than half a yard of both of these, enough to make 2 stockings with this. So you've got that. Everybody's going to get, whether it's a dog or a cat choice, you're going to get our marking pencil that we'll talk about later on, and you'll get the scissors. Let's take a look at our doggy stuff. Over here, our doggy stuff, this is one of those bottle toys. If you make dog toys, they love bottles, and kitties do too, so you can put a bottle inside of there. Recycling at its best. And then I've got a couple animal coats and things like that. This is a size small, I think it is, extra small, but this is a cute little sweater for a dog. Here's a hat and some cuffs for a dog, and I think that's a medium and a large, and then this is a small. This is Santa's little helper with a cute little hood. If you've got small dogs, and you probably dress them up already. If you've got larger dogs, they don't want to be dressed up, I can promise you that. I've got a stuffed dog toy. I think this one has, I thought it had a squeaker in, maybe not. Your dog will find out if it does, and this one does have a squeaker. So dogs love toys. Here's another toy. If you're going to make toys, put those squeakers in. You can find them online really cheap. Live woof bark, just like the kitty ones, and then all you need is love and a dog. You guys know that if you're a dog person versus a cat person, you know your loyalties where they lie. I've got a zipper case here. This can be for your coins, for, again, dog treats, certainly not your dog leftovers, if you know what I mean, but it's a cute little toy. And then I've got some fabrics for you. So doggy fabric, paw fabric, and bone fabric, and again, another one to let you clean up all that fur that's everywhere. This fabric, all I had was this. I didn't have that thicker one, so I've given you a little bit more of this, but it's really cute. Some fun doggy faces, that kind of thing. And then a dog stocking. and then a dog box. So you've got different treats depending on whether you're a dog person or a kitty person. And then everybody's going to get a candy cane, the cinnamon treat, some peanut butter. And then these are great for your stockings or just as a garnish or a garland or whatever it is. So let's take a look at stockings. I'm going to have directions, and I'll have this posted on my website. And probably, I don't think I can post a link to it on Facebook, but I'll try to have some of these pictures. But I want to show you a couple different stocking styles. This is the template here, and then you can see Martilli has a small and a large. It's harder to tell in the pictures, but here's a large, here's a small. This is not the same as our stocking. This is the stocking that's here. You can see it's a smoother curve here rather than for the paw, but you get the idea. You can add a separate fabric if you like for the cuff, as these have. This is made out of a sweater. Here's some different fabrics. It looks like cotton on the top and some kind of a plush on the bottom. I love the idea of the sweater one. This, a more dressy fabric, camo for all of you that are outdoors people. Burlap is a really fun one to do as well. Simple felt. You can do felt and polar fleece and minky and all of that stuff. You can see this one's shorter here, so you don't have to use the whole template. If you wanted to cut and make it smaller, you can do that. That's kind of what you're seeing here too. We'll talk about some of the options as you cut the template, but you can see how these are much shorter. These are just ideas that I found on the internet, so I'm just sharing a couple ideas with you just because I don't have time to make all of these fun things because I'm busy trying to do shows and teach and do videos and everything else, so I don't get to sew anymore. I love the idea of this one, this cuff with the little pointy pieces with the jingle bells, or again, you can use those pom-poms on there if you want. This can be polar fleece. You can see on the side how it's stuffed, and then here's that fun fur kind of stuff that you can use to treat with it. These are ideas to do with just the paw prints themselves. You can take this template, if you're using the large one, and just make a piece that's about this big, and then you can do those as the little doggy stockings. Or you can do the smaller one, just trace along your fabric, the idea of doing this kind of shape but smaller with this. Put these down first, and then just make yourself some Christmas ornaments that are really cute. On regular stockings, you can use the paw prints as applique pieces. You can see that's over here in dog bones as well. So you can do some fun things. Then I have some other ideas with regular stockings. So different dog stockings. There's just so many great ideas out there when it comes to pets. So if you love your pets like my family does, then it's a whole lot of fun to include them in because they are members of your family. So I want to show you how we're going to cut with this. Let's get this stuff out of the way because we're going to be dealing with different kinds of fabrics. We're going to handle it all a little bit differently. I've got 4 layers of this minky or the cuddle fabric. I don't know if you can see, but this fabric on top of here, this is slippery. So when you're cutting, you don't want to lay this side to this side. What you want to do instead is do something like this side to this side when you go to cut. You can cut 4 layers out, but you're always going to have that slippery on top of a slippery. So I recommend 2 sides, 2 layers to do. You're probably not going to do this as the inside and this as the outside. And honestly, with this kind of fabric, I'm not even going to have a lining on here. If you notice, this is this. So the inside of this stocking is the outside, or the same fabric. It's the back of this fabric, so it's 1 layer. And then this piece here was just sewn on. This is a thicker cuff. You're just basically going to cut yourself. Let's see. We're going to measure this out real fast. I should have done this beforehand, but you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 inches, so 8 inches of fabric that's going to be the length of this. So imagine this width from here to here, double, and then we're going to do 8 inches so that we're able to stitch those right sides together. You can see all those right sides together, and then just turn that and then stitch that down so you've got this nice cuff, and add your little hanger. So let's talk about cutting fabric. All right, so whatever kind of fabric you're going to be using, whether you're going to be doing a fabric like this that doesn't require a lining or not, when we do our template, I'm going to get my fabric here, and this, even though this is slippery, and it's slippery with this touching each other, you can see with the get a grip. See how that grabs? That's the beauty of this get a grip. So what we want to do is talk about grain. I don't want to have my template going this way unless I want it to stretch and to be able to put a whole bunch of fat stuff in. You'll notice here there's no stretch here, there's stretch here. So you decide what it is you want to do. When we go to cut, we're going to cut using our rotary cutter. Our rotary cutter, whether it's the 45 millimeter or the 28 millimeter or the 60 millimeter, is going to work just fine with this amount of fabric. Once you start to double, then you want to go to the 45 or the 60. The 28 millimeter isn't going to be able to cut 4 layers of something that's thicker like this. We don't need the 28 millimeter on this edge, but when we start to work on these guys, we're going to talk about it a little bit differently. So we're going to cut all the way around here. What I like to do is, rather than cutting and moving the template, I simply would take my ruler and just cut a piece like this, and then it's workable, it's manageable, and we're going to cut around here. Now let's talk about this guy here. When I have this, whether you're using a polar fleece or a flannel, I've just got felt here, and it's going to be hard to see black on black. I hadn't thought about that, but what we want to do is, instead of cutting, we can use the 28 millimeter and cut perfectly fine here. Right around here, we're going to be okay, but when we get to these smaller pieces, it's going to be harder to cut with that 28 millimeter around those edges. So that's where I recommend that pencil. The chalk pencil, you trace around white, yellow, red, any of those will work on here. And you trace around it, and then you're going to use the embroidery scissors to cut those pieces out, especially when you go with the smaller one here. I love the idea of the 28 millimeter, but I really don't want to use that 28 millimeter around here. So the chalk pencil comes in handy, and then use this as well. And you can see what we've done here. I think Heather did this one. It's just a simple decorative stitch here. You can do a satin stitch, you can do a zigzag, you can do whatever it is. This is just an applique. If you want to use a fusible on there first, be careful of some of those fabrics, because not all the fabrics are going to be comfortable or allowing you to fuse onto another fabric. Ironing on some of the decorative fabrics and different fabrics that you use for the stockings makes it a little bit harder to do. So if you're going to use a fusible, just read up and do a little test beforehand. I want to show you a couple different stockings though, just to talk about the idea of what we're going to do. This is very much like this stocking where we have a cuff. The cuff is separate. You notice though this one wasn't folded in half like this one was, so you can do a single layer and then just do a raw edge. That raw edge of this minky fabric and the Shannon fabrics that you all know about out there, those guys, they're not going to show that raw edge. You're not going to see it, so you can just stitch down really easily. So you don't have to double that if you don't want to. Look at this loop. This is a single layer of the loop, and it's much fatter than this one. There's just preferences out there of what it is that you like. Also, how this is going to hang on my fireplace or hang on whatever it is. This might hang easier than this one does. So the idea of when you're doing a loop, just play around. You'll do a couple of them, and that's all it takes for you to know what works. This one I bought at one of the local craft shows. It's similar to our elf stocking. Notice what they've done. They've stuffed this here, because you're not going to want to put toys down in here or gifts inside of here. But this is very similar to that picture that I showed you where we're cutting here. That's really simple to do. The problem is, a rotary cutter, if you're going to make a paper template or anything, it won't let you cut in here and cut in here. That's where that chalk pencil is going to come in really handy, and these scissors to be able to cut. And it doesn't matter if these are the same. You can do that really simply with any of our templates, any of our rulers and those kinds of things that are out there. I want to pull this over though, because it's a little bit different. This is one where we sewed here, and whoever made this has a lining inside, but they sewed the black to the red first. So when you use that template, when you go to cut, you're cutting out one big piece of fabric. Again, if you're looking at doing just the smaller ones and all this fabric that's up here, basically we'd be cutting that away. And you can make a template that is really kind of, or a stocking that's really kind of this size, about like that. Wouldn't that be really cute to put some little gifts for all of your family members that love their pets, or for your pets too? So the idea is, this is the Howl-ly holidays and the Meow-y Christmas. I'm going to give you enough fabric, red, to make one stocking. You're really good enough to make two. I'm going to give you enough fabric. We're out of the white, so you're going to get cream. And then I'm going to give you the black fabric as well. That fabric allows you to do the paws and those kinds of things. You'll get extra fabric for here, so if you want to add that to other stockings too. Okay, so how do you enter? If you know about this, then no big deal. You already know what to do. You've already liked me on Facebook, and you've already known you're going to add a comment. But if you're new to this, winter designs. Winter, like opposite of loser, not winter. Winter designs for sewing and quilting. So when you go to Facebook, in the search box, winter designs for sewing. As soon as you type that in, you're going to see my face pop up. Go like me, like my page. Don't like the comment, don't like the post. You can, but that's not going to enter you into the contest. Like my winter designs for sewing and quilting business page. That increases my likes. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this, because I already gave a 2,000 likes prize away, and I'm at like 215 likes, I think, at this point. So, or 2,115 likes. When I get to 3,000, I'm going to do another big giveaway. So go like my page. Then find the post that's this video. I'll be adding this video as a post, and then you add a comment. The comment, pick me, I want to win, I want the dog, I want the cat, I want both, whatever it is, add a comment that will enter you into the giveaway. I'll pick one winner, the dates will be posted in that post, and I'll list all the items that you get with this as well. I'll pick one winner. That one winner will be notified. I'll ask them to send me their address and to tell me, do they want the dog stuff or do they want the kitty stuff? Whichever one that is that you choose, I'll mail all of that out to you. Now here's the reality. This isn't going to get to you before Christmas. So this stuff that's Christmas related, it's for next year. Sorry. It's just too late. You all let me know if you want me to do this stuff in November next year instead of December, and to do 4 weeks. I'm thinking about doing that. So if that's something that you think would work better, I think it would be. That way I can get you the prizes, get you the gifts for whoever the winner is, so you can actually use this stuff beforehand. My YouTube video, this will be posted on my YouTube. My YouTube is Linda Videos. And if you want to buy any of this stuff, I'll have the stocking on my website. I'll have the paw prints on my website, and I'll have it on sale during the time of December so that you can get a discount on those. So if you don't think you're going to win, or you don't want to take your chances and you want to purchase a template, you can go ahead and do that. And I already have the other 2 stockings on there as well. So my website, Winter Designs for Sewing and Quilting, my YouTube, youtube.com/Linda Videos, that's one word, and my Facebook, Winter Designs for Sewing and Quilting. Good luck. I hope you win. Keep me posted. Let me know what you think of this. And I've got one more giveaway after this one too, so who knows? You might win. Thanks for watching.